All right, so in 3, 2, 1, welcome back, everyone, to the Throwing Noob.
Sorry.
Ba, 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 ba. That music's so good. It's got no need to go that hard, but I'm glad it does.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, DanDaDan has officially started. The main protagonist is here, including the one plot hole of the show, as I alluded to last week.
So, okay, I'm so excited. What is the plot hole?
The plot hole is KINGta.
What is his name again? KINGta?
KINGta Sakata, or KINGta, as he is affectionately called in the community.
KINGta, okay.
KINGta, yeah.
Am I coming through okay?
Sakata. Huh?
Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, you sound fine. Yeah.
My soundboard wasn't lighting up the way it normally does for a second there, and it scared me.
My soundboard. Ooh. Imagine having a soundboard. Anyway, yes, KINGta is the one very excruciating plot hole in the show. Because you mean to tell me that Okarun was bullied over this motherfucker?
I think he was getting bullied in the background. I think these guys were both walking different paths of being bullied.
I mean, we had 6 whole minutes of KINGta flashback, and man didn't get bullied once.
There's also something to be said for being so annoying they don't want to bully you.
I mean, there is. KINGta is the guy.
I've known a couple kids like that. I've also known a couple kids who the way they got bullied was by very mean teenagers playing along. And I watched that happen my fair share as well. So I would not be surprised if the occasional person would be like, hey, KINGta, ooh, you know, like along with him. While there's like a whole cadre of 8 teenagers who were like drinking, smoking, and fucking after school. They're all laughing at hey, KINGta, ooh, yeah, with the fucking little wispies. And they're all dying in the corner behind a locker, making KINGta.
Man's fresh as fuck. Like we can't fault KINGta. He's fresh as fuck.
No, I got really scared for a second. The way he was kind of bebopping down the street with the jacket open, and like the way he was drawn.
Was that a mirror that got a bit too real?
The way he was moving, of like he's got like a fresh outer layer, a crisp button down. It looked like skinny jeans, some colorful sneakers, and I was like, oh, and then he buttoned it up and he got weirder, and I was like, thank God. Okay.
This is it's more of an indictment on me than it is on you. But I've recently reread all of DanDaDan so far. I'm obsessive, and I was reading it going like, how pissed off and hurt would he get if I said he's KINGta? And I wasn't going to do it. So I'm really glad that was a slight genuine fear you had until the exact moment where it was like, yeah, I can imagine that would have stopped.
Yeah, like it was like, because again, I was like, he because it went from like flamboyant big guy to like out of touch creepy nerd, and I was like, and it like fully stopped. Like I stopped seeing myself the moment he put himself back in a box.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing about me or not. That the moment he made himself small again,
yeah,
I went, I can't relate to you.
Imagine being more flamboyant than KINGta and not being able to box yourself back in. That's wild. That's more damning than anything I could have said. We love you for it, Jarod.
I would say I'm sitting here wearing a bright pink and blue Hawaiian shirt that's like already partially unbuttoned because I'm a slut. Like, you know, it's just the vibe, man. That's just the archetype here. But it's
the big man dress code. You got to wear shirts with the top buttons undone.
Oh yeah, you know it. But yeah, no, I was like, okay, like we got this like husky guy who's like, you know, got a song in his spirit, got a song on his heart, and You know, he's doing the damn thing, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, this is not going to be a fun episode for me, is it? And I was like, and again, and then he like stopped, and there was this huge shift for him. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he got weird around women, and I went, oh, shame. That's disappointing. I'm standing up. Keep talking. I'm just turning my fan on because it's starting to get warm.
I'll say he gets labeled as the pervy character, right? Like you have your Minettas in My Hero. People like to label KINGta as the Minetta or DanDaDan. I
see how that happened.
I see how it happens, but like a lot of the stuff in DanDaDan, like the episode 1 with the Serpos and the near essay, or the actual essay, I should say near. It's not what it gets labeled as. It's not a sexualized moment. It's not there for fan service. It's there for a very specific reason, one which I'm very much holding back on. And I think KINGta suffers that same fate because it's just entirely a misunderstanding on his part. He's playing into the pervy trope because it's the whole spicy talk thing. But he's only doing that because that's how he's perceived and that's the messages he's been given by Okarun and Momo. Because they're just outwardly, openly talking about balls and they're not communicating why they're talking about his balls.
And see, here's where I'll give you some pushback. He is clearly framed as kind of viewing Momo in a kind of like distantly possessive and
I wouldn't
like
say possessive.
Territorial way.
I wouldn't say
you're
that.
my enemy.
Which you're my right.
There's okay.
Here's something about KINGta Sakata.
We're using territorial language over a woman he has never spoken to.
KINGta Sakata is a Gundam fan. His shoes are Gundam colors. His backpack is the original RX-78-2 backpack. The model he builds.
Oh my God. Wow. Is that how you feel when I start saying blaster models?
It gets better.
It's the EE3 carbine. Like
it's the RX-78-02, not the RX-78-2. Same suit, different time periods of drawing, different names. The model he builds, I can't remember exactly which model it is. I want to say it's like a hybrid of the original Gundam and Marzinger. I'm not entirely sure. It's also adorable how he paints that thing in his lunch break and he's got it all over his fingers. It's like, oh, it's me. The song he sings walking down the road is Shah as a Nable's song. And the I see you, yeah, I see you, my enemy is a misquote of I see you, my enemy, I see you, which Shah says to Amuro in one of the Gundam movies.
Okay,
it's not him Mitch, being like I'm being territorial. Did this in
school too. They acted the same fucking way, and they were fucking,
sure, but it's
and they were fucking.
I don't think it's inherently territorial. It's just him using nerd shit to get into a conversation.
It's him using nerd shit to be weirdly territorial about Momo.
It's not over Momo specifically.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, not at all.
He calls attention to how he doesn't get how it is constantly with specifically Momo and Ira. He calls attention to them specifically.
Yeah, because they're the two.
He has no interest in the other girls who show up who are jealous of Momo, who are trying to protect Okarun. He has no interest in them. It's Momo.
He never outright says, I want Momo. I'm going to make Momo mine. He never once says anything like that. He says girls like Momo Aize and Ira Shiratori. He never once specifically makes it a point.
Okay, I don't think he has to specifically name them to make his intent clear.
Very specific
I don't think he has to name them to make his intent clear. He's a little fucking weirdo sex pest.
He's not a sex pest in the
Mitch, I know.
Jarod, you have fallen right into the fucking trap that everyone fell in with KINGta.
I'm not falling into a trap,
yes,
Mitch.
you are, because
I've known kids like him. I've known kids like him who look at two people who even like let's say he's right. Let's say he's right. For the sake of argument, let's say he's right in the same way that I knew kids who would look at their classmates, their peers, and be like, "Oh, they like clearly have like some nature of a sexual relationship. Like there are things that are permissible between them," and then get angry that it is not inherently permissible for him. Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's not once ever gotten angry. Like, ever. KINGta is a soft boy. KINGta is a soft boy.
He seemed pretty pressed. He seemed pretty pressed about it to me. Little fucking
He's
weirdo.
confused. He is purely confused.
I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's like, what, 14?
It's implied.
No, I'm just saying.
Naz called him a sex pest. How many good sex pests do you know, Jarod?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of them elected officials, so like, do with that what you will. But like, so I mean, societally, we accept.
Thank you for naming at least one good one.
But ironic. No, all I'm saying is, like let's have some honest conversations here.
I've been perfectly honest. I don't think
at 13, 14, 15,
he's 16.
Sometimes he's 16.
The kids are 16, 17, yeah.
I always think they're younger for some reason. Okay.
Because older anime, they are younger. Newer anime, they are slightly older now. That is a trend that's been happening. Also,
I understand the words you said, the order in which you said them. Like, I buffered.
Old anime kids were young. New anime kids aren't as young.
Yeah, but. Okay, even then, those adolescent years, your curiosity can run up against certain societal mores. I get that. I give that grace. I give that plenty of grace. There's just something so infuriating about, like, again, in that same way of like, I have witnessed all of this happen in my adolescent life.
Who hasn't?
That it's like, oh my God, I know this kid. I, to this day, know this kid. I know a couple of this kid to this day who is just so fucking inept and does not understand, like, the nuances and the complexities. And they say shit and they ask shit. Thankfully not in mixed company, that you just have to go, never fucking say that again. Never even fucking think that again. Stop. You're scaring the hose. Scaring the hose.
He scares the hose. We can agree on that.
He's a certified hose scarer. This is a certified hose scarer. This is a Schedule 1 hose scarer, an Avengers level threat, scarer of the hose.
They actually toned it down.
I believe it.
Because when he does the 10-gallon wiener bit, which fucking funny, by the way.
Amazing sentence.
In the manga, he follows it up with pure beef dong. Whereas here they have him sweat a little bit. Then he goes, dong or wiener? They don't put in the follow-up to it. It's just like, oh.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing.
Because it's so funny.
It's just another element to add into the equation. I don't hate him. I think he's funny. God, can't wait to see what dumb fucking powers he ends up with.
Oh. Right. Well, since...
I also just this could be the last word on it before we move on to like more of the meat and potatoes here. There is a level of possessiveness and explicit interest in Momo because we get his point of view of them walking in circles around each other. He was clearly in pursuit.
I know because he's following Okarun.
And he knows Okarun is following Momo.
Sure, but his entire purpose.
I'm just saying that.
Jarod, I know what you're saying. His entire purpose is really funny because you're frozen just like this on my screen. His entire purpose is to follow Okarun to find out what his secret is, to why these popular girls are suddenly immaculately already talking to him for some strange reason. That's what he's after. He's not after Momo. He's after how he's done it, or how he's got their attention. That's what he's after. He's not after Momo. Because if you notice, he follows Okarun in a crowd of people. He's sitting opposite Okarun. He goes into every classroom that Okarun goes into. He doesn't follow Momo around.
Still fucking
I'd also like to add that entire bit is anime only. Doesn't happen in the manga.
Interesting.
Literally, the start of the episode until the credits roll is entirely brand new. And I was sitting there going, we have got our first filler in DanDaDan, and I was kind of mad about it. Then I rewatched it again and I just rolled with it, and I thought it was fucking funny. Because he's so good.
It felt a little long in the tooth. I was having a good time because I'm gonna be so for real with you for a second. I got so mad for about 0.5 seconds. I got so fucking angry, Mitch.
What?
Because that first little bit where Okarun's like,
well, the alarm clock.
No, where he's like, okay, I've been practicing how I'm gonna say hello, and I'm like, you're kidding. No. I'm gonna be so for real. I felt like I flashed back to watching the first Evangelion rebuild, where I was like, I can't be starting over again. This can't be fucking happening. Man. Where I was like, but like this time, like with like nothing but anger, where it was like, what do you mean all the character progression just went out the window? And he walks past her, and I'm literally like, this already happened. What the fuck is going on? I'm like, I was literally starting to freak out. I picked my phone up to be like, Mitch, what is happening? What the fuck? I thought after so much progression, we just decided to press a new game on a whim. And I was so mad. And then I'm like, oh, okay, it's this episode from his point of view. Okay.
I will say,
I did a full 180 and I was in love. But the way they framed it, especially because there's no like visual indicators of time passing in this show, really. Like there's never like a season 1 to season 2. Like we have a slightly different outfit. My hair's different. I have different glasses. So like, which makes sense because like it's all happening in real time. So obviously, but there's no marker.
It's funny you bring up the
passing.
hair, but we'll get back to it.
There's no marker of time passing really, visually. So I'm having this brief moment of, you're fucking kidding me. And I was like, oh, Rashomon. Cool. And I loved it. But that brief moment where I was like, are you afraid to say hello again? You're both afraid to say hello again?
So funny.
What? Almost crashed out. Almost fully crashed out.
I will give him a bit of a, you probably could have done it slightly differently. It was a bit too much from their perspective. I get a whole animation side of things, the reusing assets and everything like that, but I think showing those events from KINGta's perspective would have probably been slightly better. Obviously, you can still reuse scenes like them following up and down and him somehow being there when they knocked teeth. And it's just really funny how that happened and they've all talked past this poor guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to pause?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for that interruption in your regularly scheduled programming. I got a YouTube email for a moment and thought something on my channel had gotten like blocked or taken down, and it was just it going. I just got a random reminder that the walkout music from cross streaming Epic Confrontations was blocked in like Serbia and like East Kabumfuck. So anyway, I apologize for derailing the conversation.
Yeah. But right. We're in the Kaiju arc. Though I will say, before we get into the whole Kaiju bit of it all, The person who I've been saying is being shown in the outro too early is here. And rereading everything, it's not too early. She's right on time. Class rep.
Oh, okay. Okay, because what's the name of our new friend again?
Our new friend.
Yeah. Big Man Blastoise over here.
Oh, KINGta. Big Man Blast.
That just kind of came to me in the moment.
That was so good.
Thank you. No, KINGta, because I know KINGta was in the outro originally.
He's in the intro all the time.
He is?
I'm looking at it right now. He is.
I guess I just enjoy the music too much to notice the visuals other than like the really beautiful ball shots.
I say that's a great way of putting it. You know when they did the whole little DanDaDan bit, and it's very reminiscent of season 1. It's like all the colors, and they're doing like certain poses and movements and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to rewatch the intro.
I want to say he's in between Gigi and Maid Momo. That's what it is. Am I
Maid Mo?
Yeah, Maid Mo. May. May's a different character. Yeah, he's probably got the shortest one, but he is there. It's like a goldy brown sort of color. But he has been there the entire time. As well as the outro with his orange shirt. And
yeah, I've seen him in the outro. It's he's much like Sam Wright. She's been here the whole time.
But the class reps also been in the outro, but only in the shot of them where it's panning across in like a classroom, and you've got everyone on like all sides and everywhere. And she's just there in the background. Yeah, she is right on time.
Oh, motherfucker! There you are.
They did a season 1 with the Otanoke one with Gigi, where Gigi's in it. He's just really quick.
Yeah.
Like if you're not really looking for Gigi, you're not going to spot him. It's only when you go back and watch it, you're going to realize it's there. But they did the same thing with KINGta. No.
And then that's the class rep who shows up at the end of that.
No, that's Maid Momo.
Oh, that's Maid Momo.
Yeah. The class rep is in the outro. In one shot, and that's literally it.
And you said the Kaiju's allegedly in the intro too?
All the antagonists are in the intro. We can talk about that once the season is done. You have 2 weeks to clock where they all are.
I'm doing it right now.
No. Save it. Because if you've been watching for the last, like, however long and you haven't spotted it yet. The face of concentration.
Can't take off my glasses and go to my mind palaces. I need to watch.
Yeah. They were sneaky with it. I'll give you that.
Is it the tunnel? Oh, I paused it just in time to get the shadow of the kaiju. Oh, damn, I'm good.
Oh, yeah, all the lights in the tunnel are the antagonists
they correspond.
Of the season.
It's the family. It's the evil eye with the purple.
No, it's not the family, no.
No?
It's the worm, it's the evil eye, it's the conductors, it's the kaiju.
I mean, I grew up that old. I saw like the brown. I just assumed like that arc.
So it's obviously it is for them, but it's very much in the shape of the Tsuchinoko.
That's so cool. Hold on, let me slow this down. I want to take a good look at this. That is so cool. I am so glad I finally figured this out. Because you kept saying they're in there, and I'm like, I don't see them. Because I'm like thinking it's going to be as explicitly as like cutting to them like dancing and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you said it, and I paused it just as like the
you get the little green swirl
along the tunnel. Like it was as you were like, oh, stop, you don't have to look for it, and I paused it to look up at you. I finally caught it.
I'm telling you, we're near the end. We've only got 2 weeks left. This is by far the better intro. No.
Oh, wow. Okay, there's the worm.
Because it goes in the order of the colors, right? It's gold, purple, black and white, green.
There's the conductor.
But it's so fucking quick. You have to, unless you know it's there, you're not going to spot it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love shit like this.
It's part of the reason why I've been saying since the beginning, it's the better intro. I feel like we're far along enough now where I can cement the fact, of my opinion, that is the better intro. Just
now, here's the question.
As a whole.
Is it going into this huge red chunk a portent of things to come? Or is that just Okarun going all out?
That's just Okarun going all out. Yeah. They would not. They did technically foreshadow a season 2 thing with Ochinoke. Kind of. It might have been retroactive, but it's there.
What was that?
In Ochinoke, you see him running and he's all like really squiggly and jagged.
Yeah.
When he's fighting Evil Eye the second time, they do the exact same thing. With the exact same, like him reaching out before he jumps up and everything. And it's like, mwah.
I dig it. This
shit is art. But yeah. Kaiju arc.
It's really cool. That's really cool.
Was Maz expecting a kaiju?
Was I expecting a kaiju? What does I putting money on a kaiju? No. Am I unsurprised to see a kaiju? Also,
that's the correct answer. Yes. Just like I wouldn't have thought it. Obviously, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's DanDaDan. All right.
It's like when I tell people when I was 6 years old, I got stuck behind a toilet. Where it's like people didn't like expect to hear that from me, but they're not surprised to hear that that's a story I have in my life.
I'm more interested in not getting stuck, but why you tell people that.
Because it's a really funny story. It is among the stories I told Taylor on our first date.
Oh.
With an even more incriminating story that I will probably never tell on air. That also first date story. And now look at me. I live in her house.
Behind the toilet.
No, I was playing hide and seek. That's how I ended up stuck. And I won.
I'm shocked.
I am Icarus. But no, I'm unsurprised that we're dealing with a kaiju.
Blew too close to the bowl, yeah, Christ.
Yeah, fucking A.
I heard that gear just click into place. Just
unpleasant.
It was funny.
But no, I'm unsurprised. You know, I think it's a bit of a hat on a hat?
Is it a hat on a hat?
I think a kaiju with cloaking tech is a bit of a hat on a hat.
Oh, but maybe there's a reason for that, Joe.
I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just think it's kind of crazy to be like, not only are we sending a fucking dinosaur, the
legally distinct Gamera that we had to change because we can't have these horns,
has a cloaking device.
Well, I mean, it's clearly an alien
of some sort, or it's a fucking demon ghost kaiju monster from hell.
I mean, it's definitely a kaiju from somewhere.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it's fun. You know, the fight was okay. You know, it was pretty inventive. I can't say I was totally satisfied with how they figured out the cloaking tech.
I'm fine with it. I think I'm fine with it purely for the fact that it's showing you KINGta can actually offer something here.
No, for sure. I appreciate that he and Okarun are like adjacent from each other. You know, but in terms of their interests, you know,
they look like they'll get on into
yeah,
which is damning from Momo.
Well, yeah. Oh god, it was so fucking funny. But you know, but like it. Okay. So
here we go.
No, it's listen, there's a really, if you don't play your cards right and you're not safe about the type of people you talk to and the type of people you deal with, it's really easy for a conspiracy enthusiast and movie buff to rub off on each other in the most horrifying way possible. That's how we end up with Alex Jones. Quite literally, is we end up with the man who's made his fortune on going, you see, this thing I just made up, it's just like this movie I watched last night. Everything is Elysium or Dune or Star Wars. It's very funny. And I'm not surprised that this like hyper nerd who's like, oh, like who seems to be legitimately interested in like cutting edge technology, but like he's interested in that cutting edge technology because he is into science fiction. You know, it's that like I care about the real by way of the fake, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. You know, like I only care about, you know, like cultural anthropology because like pop culture made me fall in love with the concept, right?
Yeah.
That's only something I know about because of this. So, you know, I'm just not shaming him for it, but it is that like, oh, I see how we get here. So like that intersection between cutting edge technology that may or may not exist that I'm reading out of this kind of like tabloidy kind of thing with aliens and ghosts and shit are real. That like, I see the intersection here between you guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Cool.
But I can see how these guys would get along. I can see where the interests intersect. You know, and again, I'm sure he's going to end up with ridiculous powers because he's going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time around some type of horrifying fucking monstrosity. Or he won't, and he'll just be this guy the whole time. Super.
If you had to guess, where do you think he's going to go?
I'm 50-50.
On what? Having powers or not having powers?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really interesting.
I really think I'm 50-50. I'm not sure. Because like everybody up to this point has gotten power. Like everybody who's on team like ball hunters has gotten superpowers.
Which in fairness, Team Ball Hunters consists of Momo and Okaroon.
Okay. Plus Ira and Gigi. Don't be romantic.
They're not looking for shit.
Okay, they're part of the team. Shut the fuck up. But
Ira is the leader. She's not part of the team. She's the team.
Oh my god.
Call her the leader, Jarod.
No. I do not acknowledge
her. You're not a good team player.
I do not acknowledge her as my tribal chief.
My tribal chief. That's funny.
Now I'm just imagining Ira, but like Roman Reigns. Not the point. But Arun.
Everyone's got powers.
Everybody's got powers. I dropped my D20 and I hope it didn't fall in like the weird part of the vent where my other D20 disappeared.
Oh well, you didn't need a D20 anyway. It's fine.
I know, but I hate that I keep losing my D20.
It knows it's free. It yearns for the fresh air.
But all of that to say, all of them have gotten powers, so maybe he will too. However, all of them have gotten powers, so maybe he's the unpowered one.
Maybe.
So, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has gotten powers. ... Can go in either direction.
It's true, yeah.
But yeah, I did say, while I am talking the shit, that this is one of the first times that the high school drama bullshit not only made me laugh, but got a big laugh out of me. I
couldn't figure out what. I was trying to pinpoint what I think would get Jarod.
So, I'm going to be so for real. I'm going to be so for real.
Is it where he shouts "Great Adventure" when she's talking about the ball?
not quite. It's so. First of all, what's his name again? I'm like, I have to do this every episode. Eventually, it takes me an episode, and then I have it forever.
KINGta.
KINGta.
Kensuke. I'm trying to think.
I don't know where I got that from. But
where is
KINGta?
I need to Google where's Kensuke from.
KINGta. So part of it was like whenever KINGta was trying to get Okarun's attention in class. And part of that was because I, for a brief moment, maybe discovered some queer subtext that probably isn't there.
Sorry, you got Kensuke from Evangelion.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck, I forget that.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. But
how many Adams and Lidis are there, Jarod?
Fuck you. That's the number. Fuck you. But yeah, him doing his whole routine. There was a part of me that was like, oh, does he have a crush on Okarun? And then I was like, I think, isn't anime also weird about gay people sometimes? So I was like, maybe not.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it isn't.
They're fine with the lesbians because the whole genre for that.
That's what I thought the situation was, but queer men is kind of taboo still. So
it's really weird.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, does he have a crush on Okarun? That's fun. And I'm like, oh no, he wants to understand how he could just be a sexual being, and he's repressed and poor guy.
Spicy talk.
It's also hearing him say spicy talk, I think, was part of what made me unalive. And I'm just wondering, anyway. But no, it was him trying to get his attention, which made me laugh a good bit. And then the class rep steps in to try to protect Okarun. And it was the specific beat of the class rep being of Momo being like, tell her that's not true. And the class rep being, he won't tell me it's not true because you're here. And then Momo getting even more aggressive, tell this bitch that I don't force her to do anything. And that the comedy of is this person abusing?
Tell this skank
in front of this person. Tell this skank. It's so fucking funny. And part of what makes it so funny, to me at least, is my mother has done this before.
Classic.
I don't remember under what context. I don't know why my mom was in the same room as my Nana during my Nana's doctor's appointment. I think it was my Nana. I don't remember. I know my mom was in the room with somebody during a doctor's appointment. And there was the, do you feel safe at home question. And my mom, going for a laugh, is like, you better fucking answer that question the right way. And
Wow.
It's so funny.
He's his mother's son. You can see it.
What's funny? That sounds like something my father would do. My father is more the make a wildly inappropriate joke, but sell it enough to skate away. Where I get I'm gonna stand on business and crash the fuck out because it is my civic duty to remind a bitch who I am. That. I get that from her.
Wow.
I get the standing on business from my mother and the comedy from my father, but a very rare moment of my mom being a little gremlin in public. You better fucking answer that question the right way. And that got a very big laugh out of me. And then the arguing, and then again, there were moments with KINGta that got big laughs out of me. Again, I don't want to make it sound like I hate the character. I think he's inherently bad or whatever. He does this thing that I'm like, oh god, you fucking poor soul. But he's funny.
Please tell me the 10-gallon wiener got the laugh.
10-gallon wiener got a laugh. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
That was the one joke this entire season. I'm going, he's gonna fucking hate the 10-gallon wiener. He's gonna hate it. I'm gonna be the sole person dying on this hill.
I like 10-gallon wiener.
No, good.
I
can finally start posting that as a meme now. I like Jarod follows me.
I like the manga version even more from what you said, but
it's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, no, that I got such a big laugh just like the whole thing, and then the crescendo of like, tell this skate that's not true. You better answer that fucking question the right way, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. That's the good shit. That's the good shit. But yeah,
DanDaDan is just the good shit.
It is the good shit.
It is the good shit. Who would have thought Jarod would be saying that with the Turbo Granny, the first episode?
90% of that episode is me praising it.
It's not.
Okay,
that first episode 90%. Is 90% of us talking about how.
Hold on. Let me rephrase what I mean. Let me rephrase what I said. 90% of my thoughts on the show were positive. It was that one sticking point that I was like, now is a good time to talk about this thing that anime generally does that I struggle with. And we made a flashpoint of that. And I think, despite certain commenters, that it was a thoughtful and mature conversation that I, to this day, stand behind. Because the core, like the crux of what I was saying was, I don't like sexual exploitation in media, period. I think it is a slippery slope. I think it is very easy to screw the pooch. You need to approach it with a whole lot of care and, kind of like awareness. Anime as an art form has a tendency to do a whole lot of TNA, and the presentation can get lost in translation, figuratively and literally.
I'd agree with it. Yeah.
A lot of intention can get lost, and that as an artist, you should not have to take into consideration whether or not your audience can effectively interpret your art. However, when you're dealing with such a serious subject matter, that is something that should be factored into the equation.
But then there's the assumption that they're not doing it. Not to make this a conversation, but
no, but that's what I'm saying is that like this is all of these factors of like this is why like if you're going to do this like you're like it's risky business. It's risky business, especially with so many other things surrounding it. That by the end of my assessment of that episode, I come down on the side of I think this is deeply metaphorical.
We're going to have a really good conversation, you mean, Jerry.
And I stand by my interpretation to this day. I stand by my assessment. I stand by my analysis. I don't think I have been wrong about DanDaDan.
We'll have a really good conversation in 3 weeks? Obviously, depending when you can do it. But
do you think I've been wrong about DanDaDan?
I don't think you're far off. I think you're on a track that might be parallel to the right one.
I mean, it's kind of like Evangelion, right? Where it's like, I was like...
No. Well, even Evangelion, you were on the right track. You were just looking out the wrong window.
Because like the way I look at Evangelion is like if I was in an airplane, right? And there's like 2 landing strips that are like equally like far apart from each other, and I'm flying through the middle. I was leaning towards the landing strip that had way more to do with religious iconography. Like I think I had a pretty robust understanding of like the themes and the motifs. I was just thinking that like the big release of the show would have something to do with all of like the biblical language and aesthetics.
Your problem is you found out where those 2 roads fucking met 2 weeks before you should have fucking got there.
Well, that's the thing though. I was fully on like the religious symbolism is the point. and that all of these themes are serving the religious symbolism, and that we are about to arrive at a huge Christ allegory.
Which you do.
And then I listened to Last Song Standing. Again, one of the funniest moments in all the pro noob history. And I hear that bit from Charles Holmes where he's like, oh, it's the collective unconscious, and like zeroing in on that, where I just like white knuckled the yoke on the airplane and went to the other landing pad and like went, oh, I'm focusing way too much on the fucking biblical shit, and locked in. And like, I think I got a more robust, holistic appreciation of the themes and the motifs and the big ideas, because I let go of focusing on the, Lilith on the cross of it all.
Yeah, it's not inherently too much a deviation of that.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if that's where I am at with DanDaDan. That like I might be over analyzing the theme of puberty too much. I might be applying meaning where there isn't to a lot of ideas and concepts. But like also that's the point of art. I've said this before. I don't believe in the death of the author, nor do I believe in the author being God. I believe in Schrodinger's author, where it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. I am a firm believer that there can be intended meaning, and that is important. But the unconscious way that other meaning can trickle into work is equally important. So maybe Saru intended this to be a coming of age. I mean, it's a story about teenagers falling in love. Of course, it's a coming of age story. But like, whether or not every single monster and every single conflict has been meant to be an allegory, an explicit allegory for puberty, we'll talk about that later and figure that out.
We will talk about that. I think you'll be really happy. Really happy. But like Okarun, DanDaDan's cool. I did it. That's just little kind. Melted my heart.
I also love happy. I did
it. So funny. Oh yeah. So Kaiju arc technically started last week, but Evil Eye ended last week as well. So what can you do? No, I won't say that because that's just mean. That's me. But yeah. Unless you got anything else.
No, I think that's all I got.
That's all you got. We'll be back next week. So go follow Jarod on the Nerd Academy podcast. The man's finally actually made a video for the first time in a month.
It's not true. It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been longer than 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. I have my channel dashboard up right in front of me. I was like, it hasn't been that long. And I looked down and I was like, yeah, August 8th and September 5th.
I know that because I looked out. I was like, has this guy actually done now? No, he's done nothing. Okay, wow, damn.
Listen, I'm on other shows all the fucking time. I'm on this fucking show all the time. This is partly my show, but like I'm here. I'm here. I did like a every other week stint on Bombad there for a second.
Did you?
Yeah. I was on hella Bombad casts. I've been on CBC. Y'all have had your fill of me, just not on my own show. Episode 200 of the Nerd Academy podcast coming soon. That should
200 good damn.
That should come with a special announcement. All I will say,
he's finally cut. He's painted the cutting in that you can't see off camera.
Why would you say that? You fucking
I've already
bastard.
said that like 3 times on here. I just spread it out enough that you forget, and I get the same reaction every time.
That's so not cool. I'm looking at it. No, we did finally move the last piece of furniture we needed to, though. We finally got it out of the house. So painting will start soon. Video essay out soonish. We'll see what that looks like.
So that's not going to be soon. I can promise you that.
I said soonish in relation to
what Jarod means is he'll be done with that video soon. It's then completely unloaded onto me.
Yeah.
We make sense of
we make a great creative team, though. We make a great creative team.
I think we do. Yeah.
But yeah,
part of me would like a little bit more pushback occasionally.
But I like your vision. That's why I go to you. We have this conversation every time we have a production meeting about the fucking video. Is you're like, I wish you'd fight with me more. And I'm like, no, I asked you to do it because I like how things look when you make them, Mitch.
It just feels wrong. I'm not used to it.
I like what you do.
Entire life is like, no, change that. It's like, okay. Now it's like, no, it's fine. It's just like,
I've told you to change plenty.
Yeah, it's not enough. Not enough.
Okay. All right. Well, get ready. We're doing a page 1 rewrite today.
Excuse me. God. I'm working on a video for myself right now. So fucking. If I told myself 10 years ago I'd be making a video about this, I'd have died of embarrassment. I wouldn't have been here, but I'm making it anyway.
About the Star Wars one I'm doing, or about the one you're making right now?
No. It's for my channel.
Okay, I got confused. I was like, damn, my idea for a Star Wars fighting game's that embarrassing? Shit.
No. It's not. You're not the center of the universe, Jarod.
No. God, you're such a dick. You're such a dick. We are just talking about our collaborative effort.
And then I said, I'm making a video for my channel that 10 years ago made me embarrassed about. Should open them. Open your ears.
You're just mean. Anyway, very exciting announcement.
It's all intentional.
Very exciting announcement coming on episode 200 of Teen App, which should be about in 2-ish weeks. I'm giving us some time to make sure I'm laying the groundwork properly. I will say, keep your eye on the Nerd Academy Patreon. Very exciting things are coming. But that's all I got.
Man's $1.
I see, because of the way we record this, the clips I play never ended up. So imagine I played the "Give me $1" guy.
I'm just going to make that the clip.
That's the intro. Give me $1.
No, that's just going to be the clip from now on. If you ever play that here, I'm just going to play that. Because I have that power, because Jarod has no power here.
Jarod could just simply not let you use his StreamYard anymore.
I mean, there is that, but then Jarod wouldn't have a video.
I am the digital landlord.
He thinks. You are the manager the landlord hires.
That's true. I also just want to say we had a really funny interaction the other day that did me talking about verbal masturbation make it into an episode? I can't remember if that was an on-air or off-air conversation.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
tossing the word salad.
Well, we were talking about how I have been accused because of the way I speak that I verbally masturbate when I talk to people. Which isn't true.
One out quite a lot.
That's a good one. Which is not true. This is just how I talk. I'm just verboten by nature. But
it's not true. I'm verboten by nature. So inherently true.
No, I just talk that way. Me speak big word. Fuck you. Anyway, but whenever I was on CBC, whenever I was on CBC most recently, as we alluded to earlier, there was a comment that was like, bro talks too much, T-O, not T-O-O. You know who I'm talking about. And I replied, I talk too much, T-O-O. And I screenshot it and I just put it in the CBC Facebook group to be a little stinker. And then Mitch, like clockwork, commented verbal masturbation. And you were great with tossing the word salad, yap one off. Those were all great. I thought me saying the phrase bustin' fat word nuts
I laughed.
Deserved a bigger moment. And nobody else was like, what the fuck did you just say? And it just kind of shocked me in that moment that people kind of like appreciated the phrase busted fat word nuts.
I got a chuckle out of me. I didn't react to it because I was I can't remember what I was doing.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to take my victory lap for busting fat word nuts.
It was funny. It was very funny.
I wanted to take my victory lap for that.
I would admit the casual like of tossing word salad hurt me a little bit.
I thought they changed the layout, so I'm used to like.
I was like, this motherfucker can't give me a ha-ha. Like, wow.
I meant to ha-ha. You know I laughed, babe. You know I laughed.
I know. That's just like, oh, fine, fuck you then. In my oversensitive petty self. It's like, oh.
It's okay. I get it.
But yeah, Jarod on the T-Naps, on the link trees. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. So, bye.
Bye, Jabal.
Bye,